You ever feel that tender, swollen lump on the side of your neck when you're feeling sick? Yeah, that thing. Well, that's not just a symptom. That's your body's alarm system screaming that it's found something. And it's our ticket into one of the most important and honestly least understood networks in your entire body.
So today, we're going to take a tour of that hidden highway, the lymphatic system. It's this massive, complex network that's working for you nonstop, every single second. It's kind of like a silent guardian, just operating in the background. So let's pull up the map for our tour.
First up, we'll get to know the system itself, the unsung hero of the story. Then we'll visit the command center up in the head and neck. After that, we'll navigate the huge central network in your torso, explore the outer reaches in your arms and legs, and we'll finish up at the end of the line, the main drain.
All right, first stop. What exactly is this unsung hero? What's its crucial day-to-day mission that it pulls off so quietly?
Okay, so think of it like a second circulatory system, one that runs right alongside your blood vessels. Its main job? Basically, it's the body's cleanup crew. It's your sanitation department, your security force, and a recycling plant all rolled into one. And here's the crazy part. Unlike your blood, it has no heart to pump it around. It only moves when you move, getting pushed along by your muscles. And how it works is actually pretty simple. It's this elegant three-step loop. First, it collects all the excess fluid, which is called lymph, that naturally leaks out from our blood vessels. Second, it filters that fluid. It pushes it through all these little nodes that act like security checkpoints, pulling out all the threats and waste. And finally, step 3, it returns the clean fluid right back into your bloodstream. It's just this perfect, continuous cycle. Our first real stop on the tour is the command center, the head and neck. Now, this area is absolutely packed with hundreds of these little filters, all standing guard over the main ways into your body, your nose, your mouth, and your ears. I mean, just look at how dense this network is. Every single one of those dots is a lymph node. And remember that swollen lump we talked about? This is its neighborhood. See, when one of these nodes detects a threat, it floods with white blood cells to fight the infection, and that's why it swells up. It's literally a tiny battle station going on high alert. So let's get a little more specific. You've got occipital nodes way at the back of your head, mastoid nodes right behind your ears, and then all these groups around your jaw like the parotid and submandibular nodes. Each one of these groups is basically in charge of its own little zone, just waiting to sound the alarm.
All right, heading down from the command center, we're now diving deep into the body's core. This is the central network, the part of the system that's responsible for protecting all of your most vital organs.
The scale here is just incredible. I mean, look at this. On the left, you can see this delicate web protecting the lungs, and on the right, that massive network is all intertwined with the kidneys and intestines. This whole system is constantly purifying the fluids around your organs, 24/7.
Let's zoom into the abdomen for a second. You've got the iliac nodes, which are basically standing guard over your whole pelvic region. The lumbar nodes cluster around the aorta, your body's main artery. And then there are the mesenteric nodes, and there are a ton of these, woven all throughout the intestines, constantly checking on what's coming through your digestive system.
Okay, now let's move up into the chest. We've got a whole other set of guardians here. The mediastinal nodes sit right between the lungs. Tracheobronchial nodes guard the spot where your windpipe splits, a really critical place to catch anything you might breathe in. And the peristernal nodes run right along your breastbone, forming this protective shield for your heart. All right, our tour is now heading out to the extremities, because this network isn't just in your core. It goes all the way to the tips of your fingers and your toes, protecting you from anything you might come into contact with in the outside world. And here you can see the main highways running down your arms and legs. I mean, think about it. Every last bit of fluid from a paper cut on your finger or a scrape on your knee has to travel all the way up these pathways and pass through some major security before it's allowed back in. And where are these main security checkpoints? Well, they're in two major hubs. In your armpits, you have a huge cluster called the axillary nodes. They filter everything from your arms, your shoulders, even parts of your chest. And down in your groin, the inguinal nodes do the exact same heavy lifting for your entire leg. Okay, so we've seen the collection points, we've seen the filters, we've seen the pathways. Now for the grand finale of our tour, Journey's End. How does all this cleaned up fluid actually get back into the main system? Well, it all leads to this one incredible structure, the thoracic duct.
This thing is the absolute superhighway of the lymphatic system. It runs all the way up your spine, and this single vessel collects all the purified lymph from basically 3/4 of your body, both legs, your entire abdomen, your left arm, and the left side of your head, neck, and chest. It's a huge job.
And get this, just to give you an idea of how much of a workhorse this thing is, at its widest point, it can be up to 10 millimeters across. Now that might not sound like a lot, but for a vessel that operates with almost no pressure, that is remarkably wide. It just shows you how much fluid it's constantly handling.
And this right here is the moment it all comes together. This is the exact spot deep in your neck where that massive thoracic duct plugs into a major vein. It's right here that all that collected, filtered, purified fluid gets safely dumped back into your bloodstream, completing its silent, essential journey.
So, think about it. We started with that little swollen lump in your neck, and we ended with this massive drainage system running the whole length of your body. This entire network is running 24/7, completely silently, without you ever feeling a thing. It's your constant hidden guardian. Which really makes you wonder, what other secrets is your body keeping?